floating inside here, and well, looks okay. That's the toilet. But the first thing is already strange that my shoes, for example, are here on the ceiling. And why do I need shoes in space? Well, I want to run. So the running, so it is a harness which you connect to what? To the treadmill. The treadmill is 90 degrees. So this is the treadmill. So this is already a 90-degree change. So you take your harness and you fix that to this thing, punches, so you can stay on one place and you can really run. Otherwise you float off, of course. So then you run on this treadmill, and here you can watch a movie. Here you can get your protocol, what you have to run. Every day it's a bit different, and so this is how we do our running. Now, if you turn around, how I see it, then the whole module looks different, because now all of a sudden the toilet is here on the floor. So the whole thing looks different. This is a different place. If I run here, I have a totally different view than if I do an experiment with this device, or experiment where I measure the water with. So it looks again totally different. That is all of a sudden the floor, and I'm working upside down. Now, if we are in the normal way again, then we get to the next thing of this great note, and that is the toilet. So this is, like I said, like the Russian toilet. Of course, there's another bit of another layout, but the toilet it's in principle the same. There's also, by the way, a lot of electronics for it, because behind all the boards we have all the equipment to get the water in all the systems to clean it. Now, under this floor, I can show you a little bit, for example, how it looks like and how the water is cleaned. Let's open this a little bit, so they can have a little look on the equipment that is used for cleaning the water. For example, we have the big tanks here. And so we connect cables, and sometimes we take the tanks out and put other tanks in, or and now we have nowadays new tanks which can be reused. So it's becoming more and more recycling, and also the equipment can be reused now. So that's good. Very interesting. The water is then purified, and like I said, we use also the water, for example, to make oxygen out. And that's behind this track, for example, and this is the port where the oxygen comes from. So we use the water to make oxygen. So what's left over, you have oxygen and you have hydrogen. The hydrogen would normally be thrown into space, but we can also use the hydrogen, because the air that we breathe out has carbon dioxide, and if you combine the hydrogen with the carbon dioxide, you can have water again, so you get your water back. And we have still methane left, but maybe I can have a little burner next time or something, and you can even use the methane for future. So we are really recycling a lot of water, which is important, because every ounce, every kilogram costs a lot of money to bring up. So we have this is a hygiene place. We have stuff here to wash. We can use the toilet here. We have no rinse shampoo, so we don't have to use a lot of water to wash. We don't have a shower. Then we get to the other interesting exercise device, which is ARED, and this is for weightlifting. Well, we don't have weights, so we use vacuum cylinders. But you see, it's upside down again. So this is how we see it if we are on it, and so we turn around, and this is the place where we stand on. So it's really interesting module with all the orientation. So this is where we stand. We can do the weightlifting here with this bar. We have all kind of little bench, a place for heel raising, a little bar. So it's a great device. We can train our arms if we connect another piece, bar on this hook, and then we can train our arms. And we do this with vacuum cylinders. So we have two big cylinders here, so there's no weight, but we pull vacuum, and of course this creates a lot of force, and this is how we train our muscles. And not only our muscles, to put pressure on the bones is a very important aspect. So we prevent, or at least prevent total bone loss which you have in space, because yeah, if you're floating in half a year, you get brittle bones in that sense, and so you can lose a percentage of bone density, and with this device we can do a lot against that. Now, and then the final part, which is the most beautiful thing of the station for your free time, but also for work with robotics or visiting spaceships, is the cupola. And it's pointed downwards, but for us it's upwards. And this is a fantastic place where we have 360 degrees view of the planet. You will see a lot of cameras here, because you can imagine that it's nice to take pictures and to film our beautiful place. So we open some shutters because we want to protect the windows as much as possible from the outside and possible debris, and then we can have a fantastic view. So here we see our Soyuz, and behind it the Progress that we just visited both. And if you look down, you see the Russian segment, and on the end you see the automated transfer vehicle at the very end, where we also were. If we turn it around, we see the PMM, which is the cellar that we saw, and here we see the front of the space station with left Columbus, here the US lab in the middle, and on the other side we see the GEM, but the external platform, and here we see part of the truss with the big solar panels. And if you look straight up or down, and I think we are looking yes at the Amazon, great view. Okay, so we go down from cupola and then we finish our tour. I hope you liked it. It's a great space station, beautiful, a lot of different things to show, and it's great to float around here, have things floating around you, and a beautiful view. So I hope you liked the tour. I hope it's a bit clear. Even I get confused sometimes, so yeah, it's an interesting place.